Hello everybody out there in YouTube land, this is Tyler. I am coming with you with another video request, and this was a video request that was asked for me to do by a person named Nico Pera. If I'm pronouncing your name wrong, Nico, I'm asking you to forgive me for saying your name and pronouncing your name wrong. But I want to sit here and I want to say to you, Nico, that I really do thank you for asking me to do this video request pertaining to how to deal with a toxic family member. And not only just for this person's sake, but for every single person that is out there that is wanting an accurate answer pertaining to this particular question. But let me go on ahead and get started pertaining to how to deal with a toxic family member. And I know that every single person has a toxic family member that is in their family. And I'm just going to sit here and say this, that I even have a toxic family member or toxic family members in mine. Every single person got them. You just can't say that there ain't one that is in the bush or somewhere that is along the line. But when it comes to a toxic family member, that you will probably find that this toxic family member is probably don't even respect you at all. And this toxic family member, every time that you turn around and you tell your goals or tell your mission or tell your objective to this particular family member, toxic family member, this is the same toxic family member that wants to downgrade it and sit there and say words like this. Oh, you can't accomplish this. Oh, you can't accomplish that. And this is impossible for you to do. You know there ain't no way in the world that you can do that. You might as well sit down somewhere. You ain't going to be nobody in life. You are not going to accomplish nothing in your life. And that you will have toxic family members say this, or a toxic family members that say that, and that. I'm going to sit here and I'm just going to sit here and tell you this, that you will probably have a toxic family member that does not respect you to the point that this same toxic family member likes to manipulate you, asking you for favors for their own selfish and self-centered gain. And I'm just going to go on ahead and sit there and say this, how to deal with a toxic family member whenever it comes to a family member that does not respect you at all whenever you are living in their house. And you have a lot of family members that are like this. But when it comes to a family member that does not respect you at all, and that you have respect towards that person, respect towards probably their children, and that you have respect towards their house, and you respect the rules of the house, and that you are the person that always take the time to do chores around the house, do what needs to be done around the house, helping this particular toxic family member around the house. And also, you are the same family member that helps this particular family member out and help pay their bills just because you respect that particular person and that you don't want to leave that family member high and dry hanging. Don't want that family member to suffer, but you're helping that family member out the best way that you know how, by paying your half of the bills. In other words, you are being a responsible family member. But this same family member, toxic family member, always disrespects you, always asking, using you for their own manipulative, selfish and self-centered gains. Or this same family member does not know how to talk to you, always saying in and everything, disrespecting you, not showing their respect, but you are showing respect back to this same family member. And this same family member goes around raising hell about everything about what you do in the house and everything. Just simple and stupid stuff. Just being petty. But you, as the particular person, showing your responsibilities and helping that particular person pay out the bills, helping them do chores around the house, helping what needs to be done around the house, and you knowing that you're doing these type of things and showing and then abiding by the rules of that household. But at the same time, this same family member that does not respect you, manipulating you for their own selfish gain, complaining all the time about little and petty stuff, raising hell about little and petty stuff into your face all the time, and then don't even appreciate the things what you do around the house for them, helping them out or anything like that, helping this particular person out to pay the bills or anything like that. This same toxic family member also shows signs by their actions through all of this that he or she doesn't even want you in their house, even though you are responsible, even though you're being respectable, and you know that you're being showing respect and abiding by the rules of their house. Then in other words, you find a family member, toxic family member that is like this, there's going to have to be a time you're just going to have to put your foot down and have a talk with them. If that particular family member does not want to respect what you had said, don't say nothing else. Start making preparations to move out of the house. Because you will save yourself a lot of heartache and pain if you just move out the house and make preparations to move out the house. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to tell you something, that a toxic family member, just after the fact that you have made your move to leave out of that house and to move out of that house, a lot of the times, 70% of the time, that toxic family member will realize what they had at first. And would then sit there and say, what the fuck was I thinking? And then it's much more harder on this toxic family member than it was before, when you were staying in there, being responsible, helping them out, do chores and everything like that. But you know why this toxic family member acted that way? Because of their prideful and selfish and self-centered ways. That toxic family member has a lot of pride. And this same toxic family member that kicked you out, that didn't kick you out, but you made moves to get out of the house, and you moved out of the house. After you do the fact, the people that has respected their family members did everything, all what you can do. And that same toxic family member put you through a lot. Only thing that you can do is love that particular family member from a distance. Don't go around that particular family member. If that particular family member wants to call you and everything, you can say that you're here and everything, but hey, this is to teach that particular family member a lesson. That I ain't got time to be going around your drama and all that type of stuff, complaining and being petty and stuff like that. But I'm going to sit here and I'm going to tell you, sometimes you have to do that. Is to move out of the house. You're going to have to move out of the house in order to deal with that type of situation when they're being manipulative and asking you to do things for their own selfish gain, or they're complaining over petty stuff, little stuff, and then having drama and all that type of stuff, and then don't even appreciate you at all. Got to keep your distance away from that type of family member, because that particular toxic family member did not know what he or she had And then, with most toxic family members, or toxic family member, after you have left that house, then that same toxic family member might go through a struggling situation after you have left. And sometimes it's much more harder on that same toxic family member than it was before after you left. And then when it comes down into their own backyard, going through a real hard time, they're going to wish they had you back then. And I want to sit here and I want to say this because I know a lot of you is Mr. Laugh at me. You toxic family members, I got a short word for you. You toxic family people, or you folks that like to cause hell, cause drama, and then being petty, and then you don't appreciate someone that is in your house that is helping you, taking the time to clean around the house, abiding by your rules, and especially helping your bills, pay your bills too, helping, and they're being responsible, and you showing by your actions that you want that particular family member out of your house. You toxic family members that do this to some of your family members. You is as stupid as hell. Very stupid. You as dumb as hell. It's just like for me, if somebody was being responsible, if someone was going out there right cleaning the house and respecting the rules of the house, not causing no drama, and paying their part of the bills, being responsible, I would have kept that family member in the house. But a lot of you family members out there, you toxic family members out there, you as stupid as hell not wanting a family member like that. You as stupid. And you got a lot of family members that are like that. You as stupid. And then you sit there and you got the damn excuse. Well, they got to go live out on their own. I'm talking about if they are responsible or whatever. And they're doing the things that they need to do and respecting your rules of the house, paying their share of the bills and stuff like that, helping you around. You got to be damn stupid. And I know a lot of you people out there that is toxic towards your family members. You stupid. I'm sorry. You can get offended and get all into your feelings and stuff like that. I don't give a damn. But here's the next thing when it comes to how to deal with a family member that likes to talk down about your goals, that you ain't going to amount to nothing, you ain't going to accomplish nothing, you ain't going to never be nothing in life, or you're just a low life and you ain't going to do this and you ain't going to do that, and then just downing you and that. This project will never succeed. It ain't going to never go off the ground. Or this particular goal ain't going to never go off the ground. You got a toxic family member that is like that. All of us do, because, like I said, I had some in mind. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to tell you this. When it comes to a toxic family member that will say stuff to put down your goal, put down your mission, put down your objective, put down the things that you are focusing on accomplishing in life. Let that so-called toxic family member talk. That's what I do. Let that toxic family member talk. And like what I do, I don't never tell my goal or never tell my mission, never tell my objective to family members, nor outsiders neither. What is the purpose? Because it is just best to be low-key and to do what you have to do to focus behind closed doors. That's the only thing that you can do. Be low-key. Don't tell that particular family member what's going on behind closed doors. If that person telling you what are you doing or whatever, or or what is your main hobby, or what you're doing, a goal, or whatever, that family member has no right to know. Don't have no right to know. And you can get bold enough and say, that's something I don't want you to know. That's none of your business. A toxic family member will get upset about it. So be it. Let that toxic family member get upset and get mad about it while you're working behind closed doors, while you're being low-key about it. Because that is the beauty about being low-key. When you're low-key and you're not telling a toxic family member what's going on while they're rambling at their mouth, saying this and saying that behind your back that you can't accomplish this or can't accomplish that. I'm going to sit here, I'm going to tell you something. Tell you a tip about being low-key. I usually don't give this, but I'm just going to share the knowledge with you. Sometimes when it comes to that particular that toxic family member or that toxic family member that don't mean you no good, that's sitting there telling you about you can't accomplish this and that and everything. The best thing is, sometimes whenever they're thinking that they know about what's going on, sometimes you need to go into another secretive direction. The reason why you need to do that is because your objective is to blow their minds off the damn cotton picking roof. Just throw a twist up in there. That's the only thing that you need to do. Throw a twist up in there that's going to blow their minds that they can't even believe it. This is why you need to be low-key. And a lot of you people, you need to stop telling your goals to other people. I know that offends a lot of you people out there that love telling your goals, but like I said, that's you. You can tell your goals if you want to, but like me or whatever, that's not going to happen because I'm a low-key individual. But I'm just giving you a tip. You want to really get revenge at this family member. Don't sit there and wallow and cry with that particular family member. Don't get mad and bitter. In other words, adapt your mindset and the focus on that goal, or either like what I said, go another direction, because if you go another direction causing a twist, doing something that's going to blow their minds away, the twist is what blows a toxic family member mind away. You can blow their mind off the cotton picking stratosphere, but at the same time, you still love that family member from a distance. That's what you can do. And I'm just going to go on ahead and sit there and say this, and I want to add on one more thing. That if you have a controlling toxic family member or a manipulative toxic family member that do not want you to have a life or do not want you to be yourself or who you are or whatever, don't want you to have true friends and stuff like that, you're going to have to distance yourself from that family member. Whether it's your mama, your daddy, brother, sister, or cousin, or auntie, or uncle, you're going to have to distance yourself from that type of individual, a toxic family member, because that is destroying your peace of mind, not theirs. Not theirs. And I'm just going to go on ahead and cut this video short because I have been talking too long. And for those who liked and enjoyed this video, I give you the invitation to please subscribe to this channel because you'll receive content on a weekly basis. Thank you and have a great and awesome day or evening.